It's finally time for the main event here in 2025. Away we go in Super Bowl 59. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of this Super Bowl will begin at the 25. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
Here we go.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
I don't see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
2 yards on the pickup there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Burrow.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
T. Higgins
with a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that.
And the Bengals are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Evan McPherson for the extra point.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was T. Higgins who capped the drive with the touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25.
So here come the Eagles for their initial possession of the game. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And as we know and as we've discussed here in the run-up to this game, this is history in the making. The first rookie quarterback to ever start in a Super Bowl. An absolutely tremendous accomplishment, something no one else has done. But he doesn't want to just go down as the first to make a Super Bowl. He's told us all week he's here to win it.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Another run here with Sanders. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 30s.
You know, it was tough for them to stand on the sidelines and watch the other team take it downfield and score, wasn't it? So they knew when they got on the field, it's on them. Pick up 1st downs, get downfield and score. How about them picking up that 3rd and short?
I was just going to say, you and I were talking before the game, those 3rd down conversions are going to be huge in this one. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 46 yards. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Now Burrow. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. 39 yards there, a big one. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, now Burrow. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have moved out in front. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Webb. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24. To throw, Webb. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Now Webb. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 40. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And some room to work. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, 40 yards. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Elliott now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
First down. Here's Burrow. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker,
pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick-6 here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there, because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
Elliott on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gain 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Boyd. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Throwing again on second down. Burrow. And it's caught. And the Bengals are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Mixon is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. 3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's got it. Touchdown. Jamar Chase, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 80 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. On 1st and 10, Webb. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Webb. Rolling to his right. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert from 4 yards out. And the Eagles have moved out in front.
Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I...
Now Burrow loses the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Burrow looking to pass to Mixon on the check down. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Returning it is Moore. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Eagles will have it taking over first and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. Webb to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
An option handoff given to Sanders.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Eagles continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Jordan Davis.
Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. To try again after the sack.
Burrow. It connects quickly to Jamar Chase.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Jordan Davis in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. McPherson's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Now a first down throw. Webb eluding the pressure right. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield, incomplete.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 41. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. First down now, but that clock rolling. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. Again, that's Hurst. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Burrow will throw. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And the Bengals are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
That to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's second down. McPherson's kick is good.
And that'll make this an 8-point game.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen, go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? Find out. We give it back to our commentator, Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. Webb. Open man is Goddard, the tight end.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. It's a second down run with Sanders. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion.
Michael Walker there to bring him down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Webb now. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
On 2nd and goal, Webb. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown from 6 yards away. And the Eagles will extend their third-quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long. And this time, that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 15 now. So that drive, 12 plays in length.
And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half.
They make... second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side, so now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
On first down, it's Webb. Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown! A.J. Brown, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Eagles are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl.
Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand They've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9. Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Back to Mixon on 1st down. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. Mixing up the middle. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 56 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. And now they will throw it with Burrow. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now back to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow avoids the target, and he has it over the middle. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. They'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now Burrow. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now it's Burrow. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. McPherson's kick is good. And the deficit falls under 20 now. It's a 19-point game. So his third field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these threes into sixes.
And sevens, and probably even eights. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear if they want to close this gap.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That's a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
Almost time for the final act of this NFL season as we are now through 3 quarters in the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi trophy as we begin the 4th and final quarter of action. And that falls to the ground incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 144 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Another run with Sanders. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. Well, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. Going for it with Sanders. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. Webb now from the gun. Buying time to his left. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Mike Hilton, always dangerous on the corner blitz, and he gets the sack. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Off play action, it's Webb. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Eagles are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. Elliott good with a PAT, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive 1st and 10. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he'll just get rid of it.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Back to throw here. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Now he dumps this off over the middle.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
To throw again on second down.
Burrow.
This is caught. It's Boyd. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Another try after the first down sack.
Burrow.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. The offense on third down tonight, well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This will be 3rd and 6. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Bengals get a bit closer. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll make this a 19-point ball game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. This offense returns to the field, and the former Penn State star Miles Sanders, we're going to look at him.
I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
He continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now.
Yeah, this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On third down, they turn to Sanders. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Webb.
That one complete down the field to Smith.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Devontae Smith.
His second touchdown of this Super Bowl, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And that will bump the lead up to 26. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards.
And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And out now, here come the Bengals.
And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the 4th. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
Able to find Higgins.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play.
And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Oh, Boyd, what a catch.
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line. Now it's Burrow. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they're going to speed things up here. To the air again, Burrow.
Open man is Chase, complete.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. 1st down. Here's Burrow.
And we'll go underneath here to Evans. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Burrow looking to pass. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Eagles are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. And the Philadelphia Eagles are the Super Bowl champs. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew.
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck, holding the like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, I look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper.
They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbilly. Q-Bone stallion with the lick. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, give me pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. And take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system, let's turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we move the pound, take a look around. When we touch the town, not the way, stomping in my big black J's. Corny, get stuck in the maze. We never suffer fools, had enough of you. False friends and loose ends make me wanna fool. That we got another world tour, touching every shore, from Cali to Singapore.
Every day I'm seeing more in the temple as we rock up tempo instrumentals. I saw my dream in a dream, then I woke up. Put the dream team together, now we one time.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound.